I'm Nigerian investigative journalist Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. I'm also a pharmacist and PR specialist. We're talking about Mohbad's case, IJ Mohbad. That's the hashtag I've been using. Today is the 27th of November 2023. And on this video, I want to clarify something about the human rights lawyers who are representing Wunmi and Wunmi's family. Today, some of you saw the post from Falls the Bad Guy that his mother is now a saint. Okay, so fucking what? Your mother is now a saint, senior advocate of nonsense. Falls, what did your mother do at the beginning of the Mohbad case? What is the video that I put out around September 20th? Your mother, who's in charge of the Mohbad case, okay? The case is actually handled by Falana's office, the husband. But the wife, Funmi Falana, was designated to this case. What was the first thing that your mother did? She banned journalists. I did a video about this in September, and for some fools that haven't seen that video, don't drag me. Go watch it. Funmi Falana and the judge agreed that journalists will be banned from the inquest because of crowd control. What is crowd control? You have the public in there. When you made that law, you said the public and the media will be banned. So the only people that can hear anything going on in the inquest are the lawyers. We have news for a reason, okay? There's a reason why we're journalists. News is information that has to be disseminated to the public. If the public doesn't know what's going on, if they're shooting right now in Iraq, and we want the public to know they're shooting, we'll get an eyewitness in Iraq or near Iraq to give us the details, and then we'll pass it to you. But if we have no eyewitnesses or anyone in there, it's very difficult. There are cases like that in America, and I've seen many. Gag orders and all. So what happens is when the attorneys come out, okay, because in many cases in America, the cameras are not allowed. When the attorneys come out and the parties there, you'll ask them, and you'll do a scrum. SCRUM. A media scrum is when everybody comes out and you bring your microphones to them. Put it right at their mouth. So they might have 50 microphones there and they tell us what happened inside. For an inquest of a young man who's a popular musician, we don't need media scrums outside. We need the media inside. Okay, turn the cameras off and take notes. That's how it's done in America. Okay, you want to go to America, you want to jack, but everybody wants to do everything modern. So act more modern, like a modern country. Now, Mrs. Falana agreed with the judge, and the judge signed the order that no journalists will be inside. Look at all our journalists outside with cameras. When Wunmi's coming in, when Wunmi's leaving, when somebody's coming in. Why? And the public is in there with phones, all videotaping and everything. I have an intern in there. They don't know she works for me. So she's part of the public. I'm blended in, and I'm getting first-hand information from her. So, Falls, you know, I'm not going to celebrate your mom. Just what I wrote on Instablog. Anyone can drag me, I don't care. Okay, your mom is a senior advocate of nonsense. All right? Just like Idris or one of them sang, you don't censor journalists at an inquest. Femi Falana, had the police invite me to the Oromani case. I'm an independent journalist. I don't work for anybody. When an independent journalist is investigating something, Sylvester Oromani was a cultist. The boy wanted to belong. He wanted to be in a cult group within Darwin, and Darwin didn't know all those things were happening within those dormitories. And he was given a substance to drink, engine oil. Information I got from so many other people. At the end of the day, the approach the father used was wrong. And what? Falana said they should invite me. I did not honor that invitation. I did not go to the inquest, and I did not show up at the police station. If you know Ralph Oseni, a top cop at CID in Panti, Oseni was calling me, texting me, begging me, please come. We just want to. I said, I can't come. When an independent journalist is doing an investigation, it's not my job to help the police with anything. And Falana caused that. In the middle of the courtroom, he now asked the police officer on the stand, what about the journalist I asked you to invite? He didn't even tell the other parties. He didn't tell Darwin's lawyer. He didn't tell Oromani lawyer. He didn't tell anybody. Housemasters and all that. He didn't tell their lawyers. And those ones were like, what journalist? I was watching the whole thing on Channels News. Oseni said she didn't come. Femi Falana is an epitome of clout and nonsense. Okay? In the beginning of this case, maybe nobody has told you, Falana wanted to go all out for Marlian music. They warned him not to go for Marlian music. That's all he wanted to do, to go and capture all the money Mohbad left. They told him not to go near Marlian music. And it's too early to do that. So he backed off. You guys need to know what's going on. Femi Falana is responsible for that toxicology test going abroad. Nothing went abroad, by the way. But he's in charge of that line there, that the toxicology test. Mr. Falana, you're interfering with police investigations and it needs to stop. Somebody has to call you out. Enough is enough. Nigerians, Emma worship our wrong people. Gbogbo àwọn tó ti fọ́ yín lójú tó ti bà Nigeria jẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ ìjọba ni wọ́n, ọ̀rẹ́ people ni wọ́n. They'll call themselves human rights lawyers. They'll be your friend and then they'll also be friends with your oppressors. Femi Falana is friends with everybody in the government. And there's powerful people behind Wumi, and Falana is one of them. Mr. Falana, you're a lawyer. I'm a medical professional, a clinical pharmacist. Toxicology is not taken to the United States or any country. Toxicology can be done anywhere in Nigeria. There's several labs, there are hospitals. We even have students studying toxicology in universities. What kind of nonsense is this? Ekberayin, senior advocate, you and your wife, and protect Wumi and your power. Retired police officer ni ye. Walk by Mohbad and they can't get away with it. Just to let you know, I'm not fighting for Mohbad. I'm not in the justice for Mohbad thing. Okay, whoever the activists are now, Oriyomi Hamzat is all I'm following. Yabo and Tonto are just doing their own rubbish for money, and I've called them out. Okay, if you have any brain and you're Mohbad's fan, you need to be following Oriyomi Hamzat, okay, and what I'm doing. And what's going to happen here is Mr. Hamzat speaks only in Yoruba because he runs a Yoruba station. So all of you that come to my page telling me speaking English, there's not going to be any English. All right? If I have time, I'll translate some of the stuff going on over there. But as far as I'm concerned, the Falanas have really fucked up this case. The case with Ned Nwoko, you lost it. The Oromani case, you lost it. Everything fell apart. And in my below clients in Kotonshi, Oromani's father was a liar. He let his child die just needlessly like that because one pastor said he shouldn't come to church unless they've eaten anointing. America, and he get away with it. You didn't ask your clients all that. You were inviting journalists. I don't honor invitations. Okay, the last one I was invited to was that Blessing CEO one. Everything I said on my video is what Blessing CEO said. You went and arrested her and gave her 10 million bill. I don't know who did that. Okay, but the lawyer for that, Mama Jazz or whatever. They invited me, I did not go. I don't honor such stuff. I'm doing my own investigation. I did 11 videos about Blessing CEOs, about IVD and Bimbo. That girl committed suicide. Lagos State is wasting fucking time investigating IVD. IVD may have killed him. And my focus, don't go check focus. Governor Sanwo-Olu, look at Bamishi Ayonwola. March 2021. We're now heading towards 2024. 2022 rather. We're now heading towards 2024. 2 years, Governor Sanwo-Olu. The autopsy for Bamishi is still not with the family. The autopsy for Mohbad, some of us journalists have seen it, even though the father may not want it public. But the Bamishi one has not even reached the family's hands yet. They want to say, "I promise justice, I promise justice." Kileshe, governor. Kileshe. Case adjourned 6 times. The police officer in the case has refused to come to court 6 times. Let's stop this nonsense. Useless lawyers, clouds, human rights lawyers, governors, all this nonsense. Let the journalists do their job. Let us go in the inquest. Let's see what's going on. Iro. When does Nigeria change? I'm Kemi Olunloyo. Thank you.